Yo, what's up guys? Mike Red Fox. In this video, we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna fix this GPU. This is a 3070 full hash rate Gigabyte card. The fans are dead on it. You may have seen it appear in my mining farm maintenance video. If not, if you wanna check it out, I'll link it up in the card right there. But as I do this, I'm gonna talk about a question that is very commonly asked in the mining space, and that is it too late to get into crypto mining? Should I get into GPU mining considering everything, pricing, and the merge coming up on Ethereum? So stay tuned. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on all of that while I fix this GPU. All right, let's get started with this GPU, then we'll discuss that question. So you can see I have it mostly taken apart already because I was trying to fix the fans that were stuck, which were the two on the outside, but I was not able to because they're just the worst fans in the world. So what I decided to do is just order new ones. So I got a set of new fans. I'm just going to take this last one out. I'll probably keep this one because it does work fine. But they come really nice in a set of 3, so might as well just do them all at once. So let me get this last one out first. All right, so that is the third screw. Fan pops out. And then let me just undo some of this cabling here. See, I tried fixing the other fans on it. Sometimes you can take out the fan back part and then you can oil it. And I was able to do that successfully on a lot of GPUs, but just the fans that Gigabyte uses in this are terrible. So I wasn't able to do it on that. All right, that's out. Let's see. These are the new fans I got here. So they're a little different, but it should work just fine. You can see the logo on them is different. And then they're like a different brand, but they're the same size and everything. So they're going to work just fine. So let me start getting those installed. And as I do that, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on, is it too late to get into crypto mining? So obviously this question gets asked a ton because people don't want to waste their money. They heard about mining, have a friend that does it, stumbled upon this YouTube video or any of the other great content creators' videos, and now they're all of a sudden, they're like, huh, I'm interested. Should I do this? But is now a really good time? And my short answer to that is it's always a good time. There are definitely better times than others, but it's always a good time if you have the right mentality. So I've talked about this before, and I mean, there's nothing like that's going to be earth-shattering in this conversation. But the approach that has always really worked for me is scaling in to mining, especially when it may not be the best possible time to get into mining. So let me talk about what I mean by scaling in. So some people are like, I'm about to drop $20,000 and buy a bunch of GPUs. Do you think that's a good idea? Probably not. It's probably not a good idea unless you are in a really great financial situation where you can do that. It's probably not a good idea. And when I think about myself, I think about it in like 2 ways for me answering that question. When I like kind of reflect on my time in mining. And when I got started, it was definitely really profitable to mine. We're talking 2017, 2018. And what I did though was I scaled in. I bought one GPU, got it half paid off in crypto value, and then I went and bought another one. That was like my strategy that I had to make sure that I wasn't put myself in a bad place. Really, that's ultimately what it comes down to. And so I'm really thankful that I did that, because if anybody's been in mining for a while or has done a little history lesson on mining going from back then, you'll know that crypto crashed really hard. And if I went and dropped a ton of money at that time, I'm talking like tens of thousands of dollars and like FOMO'd into it, I would have been in a really, really rough situation. And that's what caused a lot of people back then to sell all their GPUs, sell their farm, and just try to recoup their losses because they went in, FOMO'd in, dropped a ton of money at once. And it's just in my opinion, right? None of this is financial advice, but in my opinion, this is a really bad idea. So Scaling in is the approach of doing a little bit at a time. And like, I think everybody should be involved in crypto mining. Don't get like 100%. That doesn't mean you have to have, 10, 30, 90s rolling. It just means you're participating in it. Man, this struggle is real on this, getting this fan in. Come on, buddy. What are we doing here? Let's try this one. I think anybody should participate. And if it's in your means to go buy a single GPU to do that, or buy a PC to do that, then sure, like, let's do it. I think I messed this one up. Is it going to spin? I think I'll be all right. So at like base level, I think this is the wrong, is this the right screw? Yeah. So at like base level, like anybody should get involved. Yes, it is always a good time to start mining cryptocurrency because you're going to learn about the space. And there's just so much to learn. It's just a matter of doing it financially in a way that you don't screw yourself, honestly. That's what it is. So anyway, when I think about myself and I think about how I did it, I'm really thankful that I did it the way I did. And I think there is a time to scale in and there is a time to probably drop a significant amount of money. And they're just two different tells to that, I think. So when the market's kind of stagnant, there's uncertainty, maybe prices are coming down from all-time high, but your interest is peaked and you want to get involved, it's probably a good time to scale in. When things start picking up again and prices start skyrocketing, circa, end of 2020, might be a good time to start dropping a significant amount of money depending on your situation. So when I think about, for me, scaling in 2017, 2018 put me in a position where I wasn't crazy affected financially by the crash. It wasn't great. I didn't get to ROI or break even on my hardware at the time. But scaling in then and holding on to that hardware put me in a really great position later where all of a sudden, all those GPUs are I'm talking 2020, 2021, all those GPUs are paid off. And I'm like in the mode where I have now all the crypto that I mined that whole time, that if I want to sell it, I can. I'm in the mode now where like prices are going up. So I'm feeling the FOMO. I've been through this before. Like this works in cycles. I think I know what's going to happen next. And that really allowed me to be in a position where I decided to drop like a significant amount of money. But doing that early on during that bull run of 2020, 2021, like put me in a really good situation later. I feel like I might not be doing this right. I can't remember how these cables are at. I probably should have paid attention when I was taking it apart, but I think I'm just going to try to make it work. So if you're interested in the space, if you stumbled across this video, you're watching me struggle through fixing the fans on this Gigabyte card, yeah, you should 100% get involved. 100%. And if you're like me, and many people probably watching this, you're into the technical stuff. You're into the tinkering and the hardware. And like there's one thing to be said. Yeah, you could go buy the coin, which sometimes is a better strategy. There's really something to be said if like the tinkering and the hardware and the hash rates and the GPUs and all that keeps you involved, then do that. Because if your interest is going to be there, then just do that. And if it holds your interest over a long time, then you're going to be in a much better position to want to stay involved. That's definitely what happened to me. I think about all the people who invested, right? Just bought Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other cryptocurrencies back 4 years ago. They became uninterested in it. They dropped out. They sold to recoup some losses. But me and anybody, let me know down in the comment section below. By the way, if you've been around for 4 years and more in crypto mining, it was just still so fascinating, the hardware of it, the tinkering, the new coin comes out with a different algorithm. I want to mine that. I want to get more efficient. Like all of that kept me interested while the people who just threw cash at it dropped out. And like, I think there's something to be said for that. Because so many people go, is it better to mine or is it better to buy? And you could look at like the statistics on that and get a clear answer. And sometimes it's one or the other, but think about yourself and what's going to keep you interested in the long run, I think, as well. And doing mining has just caused me to dive so deep into crypto, maybe even further than if I just went on Coinbase and bought some Bitcoin and just let it sit there, right? Because you're involved when you're mining. All right, let me figure out how to get this fan routed here. I think I've made a mess of it. You know what? I'm thinking that these probably were not the right cable setup, but it's just crammed in there, and I think it'll work. So let me start getting this GPU cleaned up and getting the cooler and stuff back on, and then we'll see what happens there. So got alcohol, wipes. Let me clean this up. And if you need any of this kind of stuff that I show in the video, I'll have it linked down in the description below. All affiliate links help support the channel. Appreciate it if you use it. So I'm just going to clean up this GPU a little bit. And as I do that, we can talk a little bit more. So yeah, anyway, I was talking about how crypto and GPU mining, like GPU mining specifically, has just kept me involved in it. I think there really is something to be said for that gets overlooked by people who just look at the numbers and the stats and all that. So that's one thing. But anybody who's watching this, keep it real simple. Yes, you should get involved. Just scale in to what your means are. If you have a GPU in your gaming PC, just start mining. Do it. You have literally nothing to lose, I think, really. Like maybe a little bit in electricity if everything crashed, but like ultimately you're going to be okay. And if you want, and like you're going to get bitten by the bug, just like I did. And it's, we laugh and we call it an addiction, and I think it might very well be. But just get started. What are you waiting for? Now, the other question is about Ethereum and the merge coming up. So quick recap on that. If anybody's not familiar, the merge is when Ethereum turns off proof of work mining. So we get to mine Ethereum and many other cryptocurrencies. And Ethereum will turn off the ability to mine its coin in the near future, maybe. And that's what 99% of GPU miners are probably mining right now is Ethereum, for the simple fact that we really want to boil it down to, it's just the most profitable cryptocurrency to mine. And that's important because you're made an investment in hardware and you want to get the most money out of that hardware. When you think about paying that hardware off because you put money probably out of your pocket, maybe you sold some crypto to buy hardware and you want to recoup that part of your portfolio, that's all, realistic. And Ethereum is probably the cryptocurrency that made GPU mining like a household name, I guess, is the best way to say it. There's been cryptocurrencies that have been mineable before that. Obviously, Bitcoin is the OG. But Ethereum is where GPU mining really took off, for sure. And so I get the worry when it goes away, but I think GPU mining is here to stay. It's going to be probably a little bit of rough times up ahead because all of those people mining Ethereum are going to have to do something. So what else are they going to mine? And is the market going to get flooded with GPUs? Probably all those things are going to happen. But again, like there's going to be people that get out and stop paying attention to the space because they were in it for maybe just the profit, just the money. They never got invested in learning or getting invested in like the passion and belief in cryptocurrency. And if you mine and you hold on to that and you believe in the whole thing we're trying to do here, you'll probably pay attention and stay with it even through the rough times. All right, got this more or less cleaned up. So let me get the cooler back in the fans here. It's been like 2 weeks since I took this apart, and I really wish I paid attention to what I was doing. Nope. This way. Yeah, and then that will sit like that. Okay, let me get this screwed in here. Plus, like, guys, crypto mining is a ton of fun. Talk about the community to be a part of. You can't beat that. Everybody's so awesome and so willing to help each other out. Actually, I want to talk about this because this is something that came up and just annoys me to no end. I need a different bit. So sometimes I get these comments from people when I post videos and they're like, YouTubers ruin it for everybody. Why are you telling this is not the right bit still? What am I doing? So anyway, people will say like, you YouTubers ruin it for all the miners because you're posting these videos and teaching people and then it affects everybody else. It's like, guys, the goal is to bring everybody in. If you want crypto to succeed in the long run, everybody's got to be using it. So like the fact that I can make a video like this one maybe and teach somebody something, that's great for the space. That's why the community is so great. That's why it works. Because the more people, the better. The more people that get involved, that are buying and selling, that are using it, like the price will, I think, reflect that over time as the popularity of cryptocurrency increases. I think the price will increase. So if you think that me and anybody else making videos on it is a detriment to cryptocurrency, you're out of your mind. I really think you're out of your mind and you're doing this for different reasons than the rest of us are. End rant. I'm just going to make sure that I have this cable routed the right way for the fan since I'm kind of making this up as I go here. Backwards. Yeah, that'll kind of work, I think. Move it over this way a little bit. Yeah. All right. I think that actually will work there. So cool. Yeah. So like it's going to go right in there. All right. Thermal paste time. Let me get that going. And I guess the last thing I'll end with as we wrap up this discussion, which is TLDR. Yes, you should get involved in mining, but don't put yourself out a ton of money financially, is like the risk tolerance part of it, which is one of the really cool parts of using GPUs to mine. They're multi-purpose pieces of hardware. Mining, machine learning, coding, gaming as the most popular. Obviously, that's what they're built to do. Sorry, gamers. Still love you. But if it all went south and you're really not into it and you wanted to just sell everything off and get out, you could. Because you have a piece of hardware that has value and it has value beyond the use you're currently using it for, which is crypto mining. So as far as like risk, I mean, there's definitely risk associated with it, but that softens the blow a little bit, I think. All right, we got this thermal paste looking okay. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Let's see, I got it covering the chip, looks good. All right, let's sit this cooler back on here. Oh, wait, I gotta get the fans plugged in. Oh, no. So we got fan here. Got it the right way, this way. Fan, got that, and then the RGB is over here. All right, now we can put it back together all the way. Let's make sure we got these screw holes lined up, looking good here on the back. Let's finish completing reassembly. Okay, GPU's back together, got the new fans installed. I'm gonna get in the test bench, make sure it works. This is really embarrassing. That's a 3060 Ti. I thought it was a 3070 the whole time. I can't even keep track of my own GPUs. Anyway, it's looking really good. Hitting over 60 mega hash in the software, 41 degrees Celsius. Fans look really good and pulling 128 watts in line over PCIe right now. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you did. Sub to the channel for more GPU mining content. Join my Discord if you want to chat. The link is down in the description. And as always, please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, babe. Yeah, I'm in the middle of filming a video. Hold on.